Hey folks, a rational consumer of media here with my book review of Tress of the Emerald Sea. This is one of the 4 novels that Brandon Sanderson released this year as part of a massive Kickstarter project that he launched successfully last year. Bottom line up front, this is amazing. It's definitely worth the investment of your time, regardless of if you're a fan of fantasy novels or you haven't even read a book. This is the book that you should read. If you like stories, you like video games, I think you will get well worth your time's investment of a good story and just a great book. So I'll dive into the review, but first I'll just read sort of the excerpt from the back of this to give you an idea of what the book is about. So the back cover says, "In the middle of the ocean, there was a girl who lived upon a rock. This was not an ocean like the one you have imagined, nor was the rock like the one you have imagined. The girl, however, might be as you imagined, assuming you imagined her as thoughtful, soft-spoken, and overly fond of collecting cups." So Sanderson does a good job of making an awesome fantasy novel, but he pokes fun at the fantasy genre in certain areas. So 10 out of 10, again, would recommend. The first component is the quality of the book. The quality is amazing. So Sanderson's writing quality is usually pretty good. He uses a very interesting process where he has like flight rings for his books. He has alpha readers and beta readers and so on and so forth, which I think allows him to, solicit feedback early on in early drafts before he is sending his book out to be printed or published. So the quality of the writing of most of Sanderson's novels is relatively high, but in particular, the quality of this book I thought was very good. There's the pacing I thought was awesome. There's a portion of time where it feels like you've been on the ocean or on the sea for a little bit long, but other than that, I thought the pacing was very good. The characters are great, and the quality of the writing was very consistent. The quality of this product too, this is the hardcover premium edition, which is on his bookstore, still available, I believe. But it's just amazing. Here's some full print art. You get some of these prints in the Kindle edition as well, but obviously having the physical book is pretty cool. So 3 out of 3 for quality, 3 out of 3 for the entertainment value. It was just awesome, pretty much engaging, again, as I said, throughout the entire time, and did some unique things. Really enjoyed most all of the characters, enjoyed the villains, enjoyed most of the story beats. So I don't want to give any spoilers, but certainly was entertaining. And a 3 out of 3 on a return of investment. It's about 450 pages. I think 10-ish hours, 10 to 15 hours probably is what it'll take to read. He did an interesting thing that both the narrator and the author, instead of the handful of named characters, folks like Tress that have a name, or the captain of the ship, he said, "I can't really remember all the names of the other people on the ship, so I'm going to refer to them collectively as Doug." So there's a lot of time throughout where he will refer to the Dougs or Doug. Anyone that's not a main character is just Doug. And that's kind of indicative, I think, of what he's done here to not require some of the investment up front that many epic fantasy novels do require. So a lot of times to get into a fantasy novel, it's well worth it, but you have to invest time up front, remembering characters' names, remembering locations, understanding magic systems. And for Tress, Sanderson has really streamlined much of that, not requiring you to remember a lot of character names. The magic system doesn't get sort of explored super fully, so you don't have to be remembering tons of rules or anything like that. It's a very well-told fantasy story that does not require a lot of either time or sort of mental investment. So again, 10 out of 10, highly recommend that you read this book. again, if you're into fantasy, you'll absolutely love it. Even if you're not, I think this will be a rational way to spend your time. So that's it for my book review of Tress. If you also loved Tress, or if you didn't enjoy it and had other thoughts, I'd love to hear about those in the comments below. All right, I will catch you in my next review.